What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Kind of Crazy Outdoors. I'm on location down here in Box Springs, Georgia today. Man, it's a windy day, as y'all can tell. I'm not here to talk to Miss Charity Broadwell about a monster buck she killed. They nicknamed that deer the unicorn buck, and you'll see why. But anyway, I'm on location right now, and I'm actually headed to the exact stand she shot this deer in, which is pretty neat for me, man. I love doing this. Before we get going, I want to thank a couple people. Car Craps Tire, local business up there where I'm from, Batesboro, Leesville, South Carolina. Need tires done, need brakes done, let them know, great people. Twin City Concrete, they poured all my concrete. They do a really good job. Another local business up there where I'm at near the lake. Need a concrete poured, let them know. As y'all can tell, I'm out of breath, because I actually walked to these stands. But here is the stand right here. They call it the barn. And I think this is really cool. I like this little thing. This is the barn. When I think of Georgia, I think of those tall pines, small farms, and red dirt roads, and them old country towns with buildings that still stand from the mid to late 1800s. But what I think about the most is those monster bucks that roam this peach state. And that's what brings me here today to Box Springs, Georgia, is to see a buck that a young lady named Charity Broadwell took, and they called it the unicorn buck. You're going to hear about this deer in her own words. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, as you can see, I got Miss Charity Broadwell right here with me right now with this freaking monster deer between us. So, awesome deer.
Thank you.
Awesome deer. Georgia buck. Georgia grows them big.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. A lot. I know y'all got a lot bigger deer than we got, but you know what? Let's talk about you for a minute. What's some things you do that not affiliated with hunting?
I like to train my dogs.
Train dogs?
Yeah, and I spend all my time outside. I like to chop trees down with my axe.
Chop trees down?
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, next time we barbecue a hog, I'll call you and you can bring me some wood.
I'm down.
It's only a 4.5 hour drive.
I'm down.
So let's get to this deer. I've seen this picture a lot. Most people have seen the pictures of this deer. It's so unique. It's incredible deer. And y'all nicknamed him the unicorn buck.
Yes.
And why? Here's my sign. Y'all, this deer has, what's that, four inches?
Was it 4?
Coming straight out the base. I'm gonna get closer views in a minute. But this is how many points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10?
10, yeah.
That's a massive 10 point. And I'm gonna tell you something, the mass of this deer is incredible. I know he's flirting with 150 inches. And people would just dream of killing a deer like that. So I know you told me you almost didn't go hunting that morning.
No.
Why?
I woke up feeling horrible.
What?
And I messed around, and finally my husband texted me from outside, and he's like, "Are you coming? Because I'm leaving." So I ran out here and just jumped in the buggy with the camo shirt on, and off I went.
Camo, was it cold that morning?
No, it wasn't bad. It was chilly, but it wasn't horrible.
Right. Did you have any idea that there was a deer of this caliber in the area?
Yeah, we had him on camera.
Right.
So we knew he was out there.
I got you.
But he was kind of a mythical creature.
Right. It's a magical creature is what this is. It's just unbelievable. When he stepped out, you know, what went through your mind?
Well, I saw him from the side, and I didn't realize what deer he was.
Right.
I just saw his rack, and I was like, "Oh, please stay there for a minute." And he turned around, and I mean, like he looked square at me, and I took the shot.
Made the shot. How far did he run?
About 15 yards.
15 yards. Shot him with?
Mossberg Patriot 30-06.
Oh, old school and 30-06. I love it. Can't beat old 30-06. I use the 270, and I love my rifle too. So, what did it feel like walking up on a deer like this?
Incredible. I was amazed. I never dreamed that I would get this deer.
It's an incredible deer. I know you had pictures of him last year, but he did not have this piece coming out the center of his head.
Right. You could see, like in the pictures, you can see where it was,
right.
But it never, I guess, developed, or maybe it got broke off early in the season.
Wow. That's something else right there. It really is. The mass of this rack is incredible. I mean, the base of this rack is like my arm. I mean,
yeah, you can't get your hand around it.
Yeah, it's big, 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 big. People dream of killing a deer like this. I would say it's a buck of a lifetime. You don't want to believe it is.
It's not.
But I'm gonna tell you this. Good luck beating it. I hope you do. If you do, I'll be right down here to check it out.
I'm gonna.
I hope you do. I'm gonna tell y'all, this deer is awesome. I mean, I drove 4.5 hours to see this deer and to talk with her and hear her story. Cause you know, it ain't just a rack and it ain't just a buck. You know, there's a story that goes with that stuff, and you know, these stories need to be told. We can ooh and ah over a picture all we want to, but without the story, it's no good. So you been hunting since?
I started hunting by myself 2018. This is my 3rd year hunting by myself.
Right. How many deer have you killed?
4.
And I know you say you process them and everything.
No, definitely not.
Why not? Give it a try.
Gross. I did help with my turkey though.
The turkey?
Yes.
So you turkey hunt?
Yes, I love turkey hunting.
Well, I love turkey hunting too, but I have this habit of missing. And I don't know why, but I can't hit a turkey for nothing. Now, if I could use my 270 turkey hunting, I'd be good to go.
Wouldn't we all?
But I don't want to wind up in jail.
Well, I have an amazing shotgun that a friend of ours gave me right before he passed away. So
Right.
it did the job.
I got you. So you got any other deer on the hit list now, or is this him?
No, I've got 3 more on the hit list that are, one of them is bigger than him. And
Oh,
the other
my
2
Lord.
are probably about the same minus a unicorn.
Man.
So.
Y'all in a good part of Georgia. I mean, you know, there's parts of Georgia that's kind of like South Carolina. You ain't got, I mean, you got big deer, but there's a lot less. But, man, y'all down in the deep south of Georgia, and there's some freaking hammers running around South Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
I got a guy I work with. He hunts South Georgia, and they kill some grown bucks down there. So that's what it's all about, man. Was it? I mean, how did it feel? Was it when you seen him? Did you start? Did you get buck fever then or afterwards?
Afterwards, I was completely calm until I took the shot. And after I took the shot, I texted him, and he was in the back of the property, so he didn't have service, and the text didn't go through. So I called him. I just shot him. It was so bad.
Well, it's a feeling that you can't explain until you live it. I said, you know, I just interviewed a little girl, 16-year-old gal in Summerton, South Carolina, and you know, I told her you need to appreciate moments like this. Because there's hunters that dream of moments like this, and they never come true.
Yeah.
I mean, there's hunters that's hunted a lifetime that will not see a deer like this and never get to pull a trigger on a deer like this. So, you know, you're very fortunate. I'm very
blessed.
Yes, very fortunate, blessed. You know, it's just awesome. I mean, I've killed some big deer, and there ain't a feeling like it.
No,
you know, ain't a
no.
feeling like it.
I've never had the shakes when I killed a deer before.
Right.
So.
Well, you know what? Your husband happened to send me the footage of when y'all walked up on this deer, and I don't think you're proud of that because I have the footage, but I'm gonna put it on the video and y'all check this out.
Hey, Charity. That's the unicorn buck. Grab him. Hold him up.
Are you sure he's dead?
Yeah, he's
Because
dead.
the one on that video wasn't dead.
He's dead.
I'm scared.
Grab him.
Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, I hope y'all like that. She's really embarrassed right now because she was very emotional. But you know, that's what it's all about. I mean, if you don't get excited and emotion,
Right.
I mean, you just need to take up crocheting or something. You know?
I can't crochet.
I can't either. I know you said you had a health condition. You want to talk about that?
I have MS,
Right.
and
I'm sorry. That's
it is what it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, I just do my best every day to beat it. It can be debilitating, and I've been down with it before, but fortunately I've had a good year and a half, and I've been able to hunt as much as I want. I don't know.
well, that's good. I mean, I hope it, like you said, you gonna beat it. So, you know, I'm cheering for you. We all are.
Thank you.
Kick it.
I am.
So, your husband's hiding over there.
He is.
So I like to go real raw and pick up the whole tripod. We're gonna ask him what he thinks about this whole deal right now.
Right now.
So, you get the text.
Well, I actually didn't get the text. So I'm down in a hole, don't have any service, so my phone rings. I didn't hear a shot, so she says, I shot him. And I said, shot who? She said, him. And I was like, him? She said, him. And she couldn't even talk.
You thought you shot a person.
And I had shot a coyote that morning, so I had to go down and get the coyote and bring him, get him out of the plot and stuff like that. So it took me a couple minutes to get over there too, and I think that was probably the longest 15 minutes of her life.
Right.
Check camera.
We got over there, and I picked her up from the stand. We walked over there to where, she shot him at and found blood, and good trail blood, like painted blood. She got a funny story to tell about the ballistic tips, but they did work. She did found a good trail, so I walked ahead because I figured we were going to find the deer shortly. And when I found the deer, I went ahead and turned my phone on, and this deer was a deer she'd been hunting for 3 years. We just didn't realize it at the time that the unicorn buck was the buck, that she'd been hunting for since she's seen him. She'd been after this buck for a while. And when I saw this deer and I saw the mass on this deer, and I just wanted to record it so that it was something we never forget, because with what she has, we take some of those things for granted. That,
Absolutely.
Who when she might be able to do it again. So we captured it, and it was, I'll never get rid of it. That was for sure. It was the emotion, and we were both crying when she walked up on that deer. There's no, I was so happy for her, I couldn't put it into words.
Can't put it into words. You're right.
It was a moment we'll never forget.
That's one thing. I mean, hunting and things like this happening, it brings emotion out you don't realize you got in you. It does, because I mean, it's an emotional thing. It really is. I mean, that's good stuff.
We were together. She killed her first turkey this year, and that was just another raw. And I wish I could have that on video. I got the video walking up to it, but just the things that people take for granted on a day-to-day basis, we don't know when the next time that's going to happen can be. So we try to absorb it all when it happens and go from there.
Exactly. Praise the Lord on that one. Well, y'all, I hope you ain't mad that I put the camera on him, because it was totally unexpected. But I love doing stuff like that, right?
Right.
Y'all, let's check this deer out. We're gonna get a close-up view of this rack, and hope y'all enjoy this, because it's something to see. My dad's a part-time taxidermist. He said he's never seen one like this. You see deer with double main beams and stuff, but they're all like the same beam. This here's a total different. Stay tuned, you'll see. You had a story about the changing of the bullets, and something happened that you wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I guess 2 weeks before I shot him, we changed out the bullets in my gun to ballistic tips, and I forgot. So when I pulled the trigger, that gun about blew me out back of the stand.
Surprise?
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it didn't blow you out the back of the stand.
Right?
All right, y'all, let's check this rack out up close. I'm gonna show you, I got a big hand, and my fingers barely meet. That's how big that base is on both sides. There you can see it. My hand's barely touching. And I mean, it's mass. I mean, God, a mass. I'm talking all the way out to the ends of these, just mass. I mean, that's incredible deer. The brow tines are awesome. Got split brow tines on this right side. That's awesome. And you had another point right here that broke off at some point. I would say it probably had to happen after he came out of velvet, because it's not real smooth. It's really rough. It looks like a break after it had hardened. But right here's what I love. The unicorn part. As you can see, it's a totally different deal. It's got its own base right here. and it's not attached to this base at all. I just can't imagine what it looks like, just a skull. I bet it's awesome. And this deer's been tearing up some trees. Good Lord. I mean, look at that. But I mean, look at it from that view. I mean, what, you didn't realize it was a unicorn buck until you had walked up.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was him. I knew it was one of the big ones, but I didn't know it was him.
Right. I mean, that's a good view right there. I mean, hold that right there a second. That's a really good view. It's a massive rack. Let's look at this. Look at these long tines. I mean, all of them are long, thick. Let's look at it from the back. Look at that. Golly. That's just incredible. I wouldn't drive this far to see a deer that was not incredible. But that's just, I mean, I just can't get over this. That everybody needs to see that. You don't see that. I mean, my lifetime, you rarely see it. And I'm not that old. I said it like I'm old. 41 ain't old.
I'm 41.
Oh, we're not old. We're young. We're in our prime. But look at that. That's just cool. Look at that. Totally different thing. That's just the unicorn buck. That's almost 150 inches of rack right there. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. You know, we talked about you being fortunate, blessed, lots of luck. However, there's a lot of skill too. You had to put that crosshair where it mattered, and you made it happen. Made it happen. Made it happen. There you go, folks. Hope all y'all enjoying this rack, man, because it's so unique. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this thing up. You got anything you want to say?
Thanks, Larry, for letting me hunt your stand.
Go ahead and talk about that a second.
So our good friend Larry over at deer camp next door told me that he had this deer on camera and that I should hunt his stand. So I've been hunting his stand a lot, and it finally paid off.
That's great.
So
Good job, Larry.
Yes. And my coach over here,
Coach?
He taught me how to hunt.
Coach taught you how to hunt. That's good.
Coach taught me how to hunt.
Good deal. Good deal.
And I have a good mentor over at camp, Miss Vicky. She's taught me a lot also, because, you know, there's not a lot of female hunters, so.
That's right. That's a massive rack. That's something to be so proud of. Well, enjoy it, because you never know when it's going to come again.
And again, she cannot hang that on the same wall as my book.
Now, wait, does that cause it's bigger than yours?
We're not talking about that.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that. I think I know the answer to that.
He has a nice one in there.
Does he?
Oh,
Good
yeah.
deal. Good deal.
Yeah, not even close to that.
Good deal. All right, there's
and
one
I
more
found
view.
his shed last year. I had
Oh,
his
really?
shed from last year.
Oh, wow, that's cool, too.
We'll show it to you inside.
Yeah, I like to see that.
Yeah, last year he had kickers on the back.
No way.
Yeah, he was an 11 last year.
Oh, wow. Y'all, here's the shed from last year. As you can see, I mean, they're so identical. That's just amazing. Look at that. It's hard to get a good camera view. Look at those back points and how identical. From the hold that right there. Hold right there. Okay. This right here and this right here. Look how the backs are straight on both sides, but that one and that one both curve the same way. That's just incredible to me, how identical they are. And he has a point here, and you can see he tried to have one, but he didn't. That is definitely the same. That's the same deer. Definitely the same shell.
Right.
Too much characteristics there. The same. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Cool. Hot dog. This has got even better. Awesome. Well, guess I'm gonna wrap this thing up. I can sit here and talk about him all day. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I appreciate them letting me come out here and see this deer. I got a new love of the outdoors. I love deer hunting. I love killing big deer, but I'm getting just as much gratification out of seeing these trophy deer and letting people tell their stories. I love hearing the stories, because I mean, it's amazing. I love seeing these. I love big bucks. I love hearing these stories. But I hope y'all like what I got going on. Definitely subscribe, share, comment. Let me know who you are. If you see me in public, I know a lot of people's coming up now and talking, and heck, holler at me, man. We have some great conversations. But I'm gonna wrap this thing up. You good?
I'm good.
I'm good. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe.